Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat from Friday. Friday corn futures into the day fractionally to 2.5 cents higher. For the week, March corn was 5.5 cents lower, but December corn was up about 8 3/4. The soy meal market rallied to a new contract high again Friday as the beans and soy oil dropped into the weekend. Soybean futures closed fractionally in the red for new crop, but 1.5 to 2 1/4 lower in the old crop. Wheat prices ended the last day of the week with losses. Chicago wheat gave back 2.5 to 4 1/4 cents across the front months on Friday. Casey hard red winter prices settled 7.5 to 8 cents on the day lower. Spring wheat futures went into the weekend with losses of 2 3/4 to 4. Neighbor, there's a look at corn, beans, and wheat from Friday. I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from Friday. We'll begin with the pork side of the equation. Looks like the national pork carcass cutout value, 79.09 in the afternoon report, down 241. Federal slaughter, 2.575 million head for the week through Saturday. That compares to 2.536 million last week and 2.436 million for the same week last year. Lean hog futures settled 32 lower in the February contract, but 47 to 75 higher in the other nearby. USDA showed boxed beef prices lower as choice dropped 36 and 205 on the select respectively. USDA estimated federal slaughter through Saturday 641,000 head. That was a drop from the 659 last week, but it was above the 635 we saw the same week last year. Looks like USDA reported light cash trade in the Western Corn Belt at 154. Front month feeder cattle futures traded midday 10 to 12 higher. The April contract in the fats rallied 330 and set a new contract high for the week. It finished with a Friday gain of 30 cents. Neighbor, there's your meat moves and the accompanying futures from Friday. We are on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, it's a new week, and you said it was a pretty day down there. Is that going to translate into more sheep and goats Tuesday, more cattle Wednesday?
Well, I sure hope so, Larry. We'll kind of see how it plays out, but kind of thinking somewhere around that 2,000 to 3,000 on the sheep and goat end, 7,000 to 1,000 on the cattle end. We do have a wean sale, so maybe that'll make everyone more active to get them in there. But they are talking like a little rain again on Tuesday and Wednesday, so kind of take some out and put a little bit more in. You know how that goes on the weather deal, but we'll kind of play the weather out and hopefully we get the rain. If we do, well, it'll sure be a little lighter, and if we don't, well, we sure ought to get what we're talking about tonight.
Good. The best thing about a rain is sometimes it'll cut the numbers that we have, but down the road it'll bring the pounds back to us, won't it?
It sure will, and we sure need it down here, so sure not complaining about the rain outs and the ice outs we've been having.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Sean, we appreciate it. We'll speak with you later in the week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. MG Building Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're talking about the Mason Sale Monday, San Sabbath Thursday. Ken, what do we see?
You bet, Larry. We have on Sunday evening, a little over around 5 o'clock, whatever, a little over 600 head on the yards already. About, I think it was 85 cows and just maybe 8 or 10 bulls. So we're kind of looking for that 700, 750 head. Right now, the weather is really, really nice. You and I talked today, and that should bring even some more in in this morning too, Larry.
Now we'll have a sale in San Saba Thursday.
You bet. We've got an outstanding set of bulls we're going to start off at 10 o'clock with, and got about, I think, 85 of those that'll be there. Some outstanding Angus bulls coming off STA Ranch and Martin Breeding Ranch. Got some outstanding Brangus bulls going to be there. And then the 7 Ranch out in Colorado, they're bringing some really good Angus and some Herefords and some Limb Flex bulls that'll be there. Just outstanding bulls. I think anybody want to add weight to their calves and pounds of calves and daughters' calves, they can look at those. Then we'll get right through that around 11, and we'll right into our regular weekly sale along with our stocker feeder sale, Larry. We have about 1,200 we know coming. Most of those were all ready when you come in last week and do the really cold weather and ice and everything.
Right.
Those are going to combine that together this week now. So a good run looked like it. The market looks to be very good still, Larry.
Ken Jordan's Jordan Cattle, Austin, Mason, and San Saba. JordanCattle.com is the website. Ken, the telephone number?
It's area code 325-372-5159, Larry.
We appreciate you, and I'll talk to you after the Mason sale.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil field pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Neighbor, now it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you?
Doing good, Larry. Boy, we had a heck of a sale for the South Texas Hereford Association here in Beeville this last Saturday. The bulls averaged over 4,700, open Brayford females almost 1,700, and the Brayford pairs 3,300. Brahman heifers, even they sold good from 15 to 2,100, and the Hereford females, registered and commercial, averaged 2,200, if you can believe that. So we had a heck of a sale. I want to remind your listeners that we've got plenty of bulls available of all the popular breeds for lease or sale. Give me a call if you need information. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on database on Instagram. Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information. CasasCattle.com. CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again. PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. I guess it's about 7:03, 7:05, something like that on Sunday night. Riley, what's Monday going to be like?
It slowed down quite a bit this week, Larry, like it normally does. We've had a lot of volume there in January and a lot of holdover cattle, and kind of starting to slow down. Of course, we had some pretty tough weather during the week, but going to end up with about 1,100 for tomorrow. Got a couple strings of good calves, 2 sets of Brangus calves, got a set of Charolais calves there too. All of those are about 50 to 60 a piece. Got a couple strings of cows, probably 20, 25 pairs, maybe about 30 palpated cows. Most of those cows are kind of middle-aged cows to older cows. Got a few wetback cows in there, some younger wetback cows, but it looks pretty good for tomorrow with probably 200 total cows and about 900 calves for tomorrow. So about 1,100 total looks like.
Looks like a good day. Great start to a good sale Monday in Three Rivers. Riley Rhodes, tell everybody how to contact you.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is office. The webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. I guess it's about 7:07 on Sunday evening. What's Monday going to be like, Gary?
Larry, look like we're going to have about 750, 800, maybe 850. It's a pretty day today, and we got a few cattle in. Got about 38 little black calves, probably going to weigh 250 to 350, off of some heifers. I got a set of black calves, about 25, 26 of them. They're going to weigh anywhere from that 5.5 to 6.5. Other than that, just 20 here and 30 there, Larry.
All right. Well, it sounds like we've got a good start to a great sale for Monday in Nixon. Gary, tell everybody how to contact you.
You can catch us here at Sale Barn, 830-582-1561 or 62. Call me on my mobile, 830-857-4330.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Over this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, PipeMovers.com, the Laredo store. Call Gabriel, 956-727-7473. We are on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock. Seth, how's the Monday sale looking Sunday night?
Pretty light again this week. It looks like, Larry, 215 now. I'd expect to catch some more cattle in the morning, maybe have somewhere around 3.5. Probably got somewhere around 50, 55 cows and bulls. Going to palpate 30 of those there in the morning. Calf and yearling run looks pretty good. Some little light calves there. If anybody's needing to turn any out, do have 5 buffalo if you're in that market. I would like to remind everybody about that special stocker feeder sale coming up next week, February the 13th. Going to have somewhere around over 600 head of wean cattle for that sale, so sure ought to be a good one if you have a few needing to sell. In the meantime, you can reach us 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Seth, thank you so much.
You bet.
MG Building Materials, 5 retail locations all over South and Central Texas, from the Hill Country to the Gulf Coast. Perfect if you're a contractor or a homeowner. The smallest home improvement job to the largest commercial project, MG's positioned to help everyone. MGBuildingMaterials.com. San Antonio, Corpus, Pleasanton, Kerrville, and Uvalde. Always on the web, MGBuildingMaterials.com. MG's 5 retail centers there to help you at MGBuildingMaterials.com.
We are on the line with Phil Brockenbush. I asked if you were busy. You said busier than you thought. How busy have you become, Phil?
Oh, we're tagging around 450 right now. Don't have many cows. A few sets of little old calves, but mostly just been 1 and 2 all day, kind of keeping us going, I guess. But
right. Describe some of the lots that you have come in, shiniest consignment.
There's a little old set of wean calves back here that a boy, he kind of farts around and buys them, and he got, I think 30 of them back there, and he turns them out and grows them a little bit, and then they're just kind of one of everything. And then there's a few sets of black calves, small sets, 10 and 15, mostly light cattle today. So there's not very many big ones.
Right. On the cow side of it, was there anything? Did I miss that?
There isn't much. We got probably, I'm looking at them right now. I just walked up here. There's probably 20 palpate cows, and there's a few young cows on them, but mostly kind of older cows.
Okay.
And I think we got 4 or 5 pairs.
All right. Well, you got a good start to a great sale on a Monday in Giddings. Phil Brockenbush, tell everybody how to contact you.
You can call me at 979-716-4395 or call the barn at 979-542-2274.
We appreciate it, Phil. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, let's take a quick look at cotton from Friday. The final session ended the day down 85 to 100 points across the front month cotton futures. March closed mostly mid-range on a 140-point ragged kind of day. USDA's weekly classing reported 98,017 bales classed as upland cotton through the week for a seasonal total of 14,426. Texas classified 3.16 million, 2.6 micron were classed in Georgia, Arkansas, Mississippi, and North Carolina, each over 1 million bales. USDA's weekly market review, 43,418 bales sold at the spot, $83.84 the price. The seam had 9,982 bales for an average of $83.93. The Cottonlook A index 40 lower at $100.95 by the hundred. The AWP 75.24. That's up 19 for the week. Neighbor, there's your cotton moves for Friday. Neighbor, looks to me like that's it for this edition of Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks for coming down the lane and having a big old heaping helping of ag information with us. Until next time, God bless. See you down the road.